What's good, everybody? It's Donnie B.GotDaBeats. We live on 2 Flu West. You already know what time it is when you see them planes flying. I'm here joined by my brother, Nicholas Baker. What's going on with you, Nick?
What's happening, man? Good to go. Ready to get into it.
All right. Today's guest, man, we got one of the dopest MCs just out of the DMV, man. Kenilworth Katrina's been tearing it up lately. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got, like, all her shit is live. The music is dope. The visuals is crazy. She putting on for the city. She got the city on her back, man. So we most definitely proud to have her. Katrina, what's good with you? How you doing?
What's up, man? I'm doing good, man. I appreciate all that. Appreciate y'all for having me on the show, man.
Of course.
Yeah.
No doubt, no doubt. We're definitely happy to have you here. And you know, everyone who's been here knows that we do no shucking, we do no jiving, we take right off. So, question number one.
Okay.
Who is Kenilworth Katrina?
Who is Kenilworth Katrina? Who is she? I'm a lot of things. Number one, I'm a product of a musician and a poet, which was my father was a musician, my mother was a poet. I'm the product of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm the love child from that. And so this is where I get my music from. You know, I'm also a lover of music, not just of my own, but just of music in general, all genres. I grew up listening to music, and of course, I wanted to do music. So I'm that. I'm an entertainer. I'm, you know, I dibble and dabble in so many things. You know what I'm saying? A jack of many trades. And you know, I'm also that kid still right now that's sitting right here watching this, that also watches the BET Awards and that watches all these other documentaries and things, that have always had dreams of becoming a star. That's Kenilworth Katrina. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Got it. Dope. All right, so you kind of just talked about it a little bit, but let's dig a little more into how did you get started in music?
How did I get started in music? I've been doing music, like I said, all my life, you know, literally like since a little kid.
Oh, we got to pause.
Good. All right. Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Just you know, I've always, like I said, I'm a lover of music. I grew up listening to it. Always wanted to do it. I've always done it in the house, but when I really like started putting it out was around the time that you know, social media had really got going as far as YouTube and Facebook and different things like that. I started putting it out around my music out around like 2007, and it really didn't like take off. Like people started noticing me till about 2015. So yeah.
Got it. Where did we sometimes we veer off in the question, but like where did your presence come from? Like when I see your performances, videos, and all that, like you just got a stage presence, like kind of a presence that everyone doesn't have. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's one of those things that you can try to teach, but some people just got it. Where do you think that came from?
You know, I appreciate you noticing that. I just, you know, I'm just blessed and fortunate that was just a gift that God put in me since I was young. I've always been a card drawer. I've always been a people person. I've always been that. And so, I you know, it's just not kind of like secondhand nature for me when I get on stage or when I'm doing my thing. You know, just over the years, I've learned to still, even though I have the gift of it, to still perfect it, to still practice, to still, you know, all of these things, I still work on it. Even though, you know, I have it, I still work on it. So, you know, yeah, man, I was just blessed to have it. I'm just blessed to have it. So I thank God for that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
There, for sure.
The best ones work super hard to make it look natural. Like, oh, this is nothing. I do this, but you definitely got to still put in that work to make sure you get it down. So
most definitely, yeah.
Cool. So, what is your creative process when it's time to hit the studio? When it's time to make a song, make an album? Like, what is your process?
What is my creative process? My creative process it consists of I gotta have some weed.
Mm-hmm. I'm mad at
I love it. I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, the beat, whatever, I might surf the internet for beats. So somebody may send me a folder full of beats, and what I'll do is I'll listen to them. I might have my J going sparked up, and just like we're in my studio room, which is one of the rooms in my townhome, and this is where I create. And so I walk around this joint. I have the beat going on my monitors, and I don't sit down and write. I have to stand up. I have to move my hands. I have to play around with different cadences and come up with, so that doesn't require me being still. So that's what I do. I just, I smoke a little some, I play the beat out loud, I like my music loud, and I just walk around until I come up with something, and I jot down little stuff. I might erase something. I might come back, but yeah, that's basically my creative process. And that takes sometimes it can be as quick as an hour, and sometimes it could take 5-6 hours for that one song. So it all depends.
Got you.
Yeah.
Do you is it always to the music? Do you write songs without music sometimes and then put music to it? Or is it always kind of generated from the beat?
When I was younger, like in middle school and high school and things like that, before beats was accessible as they are, where you could get to them online. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wrote everything with a beat in my head. I didn't have anything to write. I didn't have that beat to put on to write to. So I did that for most of my like half of my life, and then when I was able to just get that beat, when I could just get a beat like that. Now, yes, I write to music. Now, I might have a line or two pop up to me, while I'm driving or doing something, and I might put it in, you know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah. I might, but basically I write to beats now. Yeah, basically I'd rather have a beat. Yeah.
I can dig it. So another piece of that process, like you talked about kind of being in your space and being able to walk around, like really come up with it. How do you feel about like being in the studio with other people if you're doing like a collab song? Like have you had to do that? Like how does that vibe go with you? Does it make you kind of pull out even more because you dealing with other people there? Do you like still go into your own space and write your bars? Like how does that work?
I love going to the studio and collabing with other people. And yes, I do all of that you just said. I will be right there with them writing. Then I will have a period where I will go to my corner because I got to walk around and say things out loud or whatever have you. And so it'd be a little bit of everything, in the studio. And I've gotten very comfortable with that over the years as well. Those are things that as much as you keep doing them, you get better, because it's a lot of things going on in the studio. It's people going in there talking. It's everybody reacting to the lines you saying. It's the beat playing over and over, and you got to be able to know how to block that out and still write and still work and still. And over time, I've gotten very good with that. So so that's not a problem for me either. Yep.
Got you.
What because you said people be throwing you beats now and everything like that. Or is there a specific type of beat for like all of these young producers that's trying to come up in the game and they trying to throw Katrina some work? Like, is there a specific sound you're looking for, or you listen to anything, everything? Like, what's something that really kind of just resonates with you?
Definitely. I be having producers from all over the world trying to, send me beats or work with me. I especially like working with producers that when somebody come at you or come at myself and say, hey, I'm a producer, I want to send you some beats. I automatically think that this person should have listened to me, studied me, see the type of vibe that I'm on before they just send me some beats. Yeah. And if that's so, if they did, then I'll be glad about that, because it'd be beats that resonate with my music, stuff that I like, stuff that I hear. Mm-hmm. The type of vibe that I'm on is like, man, that varies from depending on what I'm listening to. It always varies because I had a time not too long ago when I was just listening to a lot of 60s gospel. And it ranges from, I went to bands. I listened to a lot of bands. I listened to a lot of jazz. Had a period where I was listening to a lot of jazz. So it all depends on what I'm listening to, where I'm at musically, and then that'll be the type of sound that I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, rap, I could do rap anytime, whether it's hip hop, trap, whatever. But I don't listen to a lot of rap. I really listen to a lot of I listen to a lot of different stuff. Like I'm telling you, it ranges, like it really does. And so I'm just like, I'm all around. I'm like probably the weirdest artist here in the DMV. Like for real. Yeah.
No, that's dope. That keeps you well rounded. It gets more influences in your head and your mind. So I think that's dope. One more thing about the process. So is there any artists that you've worked with that, or worked with multiple times or worked with once, that made you like go back to your bars and be like, nah, hold up. I gotta go write another line, because you ain't about to get me. Nah, I gotta go back in. Like, is there anybody that really like has made you and pushed you like that, that you've worked with? That comes to
most definitely. The thing about that is it's so dope because we as artists, the people that I hang around, it's not a competition thing when we got to go back and rewrite. It's like, man, like you just killed this joint, so I gotta come back. Like I like what I said, but now I gotta rewrite some stuff. And that's a couple of people that I've worked with. My homie Vivid, another artist, Lil Sleepy, also Nonchalant. We do that all the time, back and forth with each other. She'll do it to me, I'll do it to her. So it's just different. Different artists that I've worked with that have made me do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, Non brought that up when she was on. She talked about y'all working together and her she was like, oh, I got to go back. Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
You're not about to spark me on my own song. You're not sparking me on my own song. It ain't happening.
Man. Yeah, we do that all the time. We always on that. Yeah.
That's dope. Cool. So, who are your top 5 MCs? Now, I know you just said you don't listen to rap a lot, but if you had to make a top 5 list, who would it be?
Oh man, my top 5 MCs. I have some people that I like today. But if we have to put them in a top 5, man, I gotta keep it real and go back. People gonna say this is like an old school list, but I gotta, of course, Lauryn Hill, number 1. I gotta go with Tupac. I gotta go with Biggie. I gotta go with Face. And of course, I gotta go with my man Talib Kweli. Those was the people that was like, it was different. Again, those people right there is like different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You had a little bit of consciousness. You had a little bit of trap. You had a little bit of hood. And then Scarface was like a professor, but he was still from the hood, but he was like an OG. You know what I'm saying? So just like, those were the people that I had to think when I was looking at that question. I had to think about people that I could listen to their whole album. You know what I'm saying? Without skipping something, because you can't do that today. It's like you like artists today, but you can't listen to a whole multiple albums. These people name I can listen to multiple albums and nonstop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so, definitely.
These are definitely facts. And the other piece I even add to that is these are people you can listen to multiple albums now.
Yeah.
You can put it on right now and still listen to it and be like, this is dope.
Yes.
So that timeless music is hard. Like you definitely find it a lot now.
Yes, you're right.
That's real talk. So I want to dig a little bit. You talked about how you listen to a lot of stuff. Give us just 2 artists that you listen to that aren't like rap, that aren't hip hop. Like, give us 2 joints you listen to that people may not know about.
Most definitely. I listen to. I'm a big fan of Steve Lacy. Steve Lacy is an artist from the internet, which is by way of our future Wolfgang. That's with Tyler the Creator. That's with Sid the Kid. It's different ones. Matt the Martians, different ones. They're a band, but they also individually are artists. And Steve Lacy is like probably, I haven't felt the way I felt about an artist like him since D'Angelo. D'Angelo is my favorite artist in the world, period.
Okay. Okay.
Down. I don't think nobody is more talented or better than him. He writes his own stuff. He plays every instrument. He arranges everything. He composes. It's just, so that's how I judge an artist with everything. You know what I'm saying? And Steve Lacy, being as young as he is, I think he's like 22. He has blew me away. So that's one artist. Another one, because I listen to so many people, but I'm going to just throw out there my favorite female, since I named the guy, I'm going to name Layla Hathaway, because I love Donnie Hathaway. And I'm a fan of Layla Hathaway. So that just right there, that's somebody from the young, and then that's somebody from, I'm really on melodic sounds, like, you know, harmonies, and I'm just really on that nostalgic sound. Like, I really love that. So
yeah. No, Layla is sick. Like, technically and sonically, she is sick.
Yeah, man.
I mean, her dad, Donnie was like he's a vibe. You put that on.
He's the best. He's the best. Like, he's the best. Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
All right. So we talked about top 5 MCs though. So what in your mind is the criteria that makes the MC classified as great? Like, what does it take?
What does it take to classify MC as being great? I'm going to say originality. Of course, you got to write your own music, as far as your own bars if you're a rapper. Well-rounded as far as on stage, as far as in the studio, as far as, you know, writing, as far as like all of that. And just being different, doing something that no one has seen. Like, that's where we get the Beyoncés from, the Michael Jacksons, the Princes, the you know, they set a mark. Whitney Houston, people that did things that there will never be another one. It will I don't care how many talented people are born and come out, there will never be another this person. And to me, that's what makes somebody great. That's what makes somebody a legend, an icon, is that they're one of a kind. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Donnie, I'm gonna throw that question to you too. What do you think classifies? What's something that makes an MC be classified as great?
That's a good question. I mean, you know, I think it's speculative. You know what I mean? It really depends upon the viewer or the listener. You know, who's you know. Yeah, that's like you know, who's greater, Jordan or Kobe? You know what I mean? And everybody say different things for different reasons. For me, for MC to be great, it has to have a lot of gravity. Somebody, you know, like Tupac, you know, Jay-Z. These are people that you just kind of, you know, want to know more about them. You get sucked into who they are personally, and you know. With their personality, wordplay. Like, what are you saying? You know, it doesn't have to be overly, you know, bars by way of vocabulary. It could just be like you telling a story. You know, Nas was, you know, Baker, like Nas was one of my favorites. You know, growing up. You know what I'm saying? And gravity, wordplay, and then just song selection. Like, you know, how you lay things out melodically, lay things out with, you know, melodies, counter melodies, you know, color, you know, beat, like drum programming is heavy with me. You know, so, you know, all of those things. And I think that a lot of times specifically separates MCs. Like, you know, for a while, Nas was a good rapper, but his beats was like, you know what I mean? And then like or Jadakiss when you know, on the Locks and all of them, like when they had better, like when they got on joints with Tim, them joints was hitting. When they weren't with Tim, it was like bars, you know, whatever. So again, long story short, It's those three things. It's gravity, it's wordplay, and song selection.
Song selection. Yeah, I like that.
That's real. I think one that I'll just toss in there, and then we'll move on, is just like there's this level of crossover without trying to cross over.
That's good. Yes.
Like some people try to cross over. Like you try to make a song that I know will fit this crowd. And then there's some people who just do them and everybody fucks with it. Like it just is what it is. And I think everybody like you named on your list, Katrina like falls into that category. Like everybody like loved Pac's music. And you talk about them. Biggie, same thing. Like you know what I'm saying? Lauryn Hill, same thing. It's not that, but they weren't trying. It wasn't like, oh, that's she's trying to cross over. Nah, it's just like this is what they do in the vibe and the energy kind of just touches everybody. So I think that's something that definitely is a ingredient in somebody who great. So
definitely.
All right, cool. So what are your thoughts about the DMV music scene now?
What are my thoughts about the DMV music scene now? I don't have anything bad to say about it. I think it's evolved a lot. I like what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing. I always keep in mind that like when I was younger, we used to hear the OGs say, man, y'all know that this. Y'all don't know nothing about good music. This is good. This is good music right here. I let you listen. So it's like that with every generation. I never forget that. I never forget that because when we was trying to get our point across with music, it was people that was like, nah, that's not hip hop. And I see the same thing with this generation and generations to come. People gonna say the same thing, like that ain't real music. But it's every generation's their form of expression in music. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to sound like the 80s when Run DMC was rapping, as well as the 90s didn't sound like when the 2000s rappers was rap. So it's like, for me, I just never forget that. I'm always loving to hear new things because that's what keeps me relevant with my wordplay, the new slang words, the new this, the new that. That's with the young people. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be relevant, you got to know what's going on now. And so I like the DMV music scene. I might not listen to everything, but I pick and choose what I like out of it, and then I apply it to what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I got a question too. On the flip side of that question, I mean, obviously, I know that you and Nan have a very, very close relationship, and I'm sure that you guys have built things off of each other. But are there who are your influences from the older DMV artists? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Nonchalant too, man. Definitely, that's my sister and close friend. Definitely her. I grew up listening to a lot of different people. Tony Blunt, Question Mark Asylum. The people is so dope. I grew up listening to these people, and then I grew up and worked with them. I have songs with them. I have videos with them. So those people. A lot of go-go, of course, because I'm from here. And just you know what I'm saying? Section 8 Mob, just different ones that I grew up listening to. Rest in peace, Big Lil. Me and him got a song together. So it's just like all these people that I grew up listening to that were major influences from me to me from the city. I worked with every last one of them. Every last one of them. You know what I'm saying? So most definitely. Yeah.
That's definitely dope. Like I think what you said is key. I think it does become that thing where the next, you're listening to that next generation. It's like, that ain't
right.
You know what I mean? And I think the key is like, you don't gotta love it. Like I ain't gotta fuck with it, but I'm not gonna hate on you either.
You can't.
You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna push you and I'm gonna be like, look, I want you to win and whatever it is, even if it ain't my cup of tea. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Somebody's cup of tea. And I think that's the key. You know what I mean? Like we can't get into that space where it's like, oh, that ain't this, and I'm gonna hate on you. Like, nah.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, I think if we live in that space, we'll be good. So
most definitely.
All right, so we about to jump into one of your videos.
Okay.
Championships.
Okay.
So I want you to just tell us about like the song, how it came about, the visuals. Give us a little intro to the video.
Okay. Championships, which is my latest single that I just dropped a month ago. Which features my sisters. Shout out both of my sisters in the video, to my blood sisters. I was happy to have both of them in the video at one time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it just was a song that a lot of my songs, well, most of my songs that you hear, they're old, as far as old to me, meaning Championships. I wrote that in like 2019. And I just have a vault full of songs. Whenever I feel it's the right time for me to drop it, I drop it. You know what I'm saying? And I felt it was a good time to drop it because it's the summer. I had directed the video as well. Just was a feel good record, celebrating life, celebrating being back outside, celebrating all your accomplishments. And, I was just real witty with my wordplay, just talking slick, not really saying nothing, but saying something, you know what I'm saying? And just basically it's just a feel good, fun record, man. So I appreciate everybody who's been rocking with it, watching it, sharing it. Man, Championships. Appreciate everybody, man. You already know.
That's what's good. We're gonna jump into it. We're gonna talk about you directing it when we come back, though.
All right,
but let's go ahead and get into it. Kenilworth Katrina, Championships.
Yeah. King Corn beats be killing shit. This is the trip of the year. This one the hit of the year. Split splash, whiplash. Watch how they trip up this year. I know I'm the illest. If y'all niggas sick of me, y'all gonna be sick of this year. I get the trip of the year award. Shout out to all of my peers. Whoa, this one the hit of the year. This is the trip of the year. Split splash, whiplash. Watch how they trip up this year. I know I'm the illest. If y'all niggas sick of me, y'all gonna be sick of this year. I get the trip of the year award. Shout out to all of my peers. Whoa. You know how the black got on this. See, this is a limited edition. On the front page, I'm the issue. I'm the new wave, it's official. Took a detour, but I'm back now. They're like Aaron Hall, boo, I miss you. I'm a hard throb like the Beatles. And my team ball like we Cleveland. And the trip, y'all won't believe it. Young Jock, know you see it. They be pissed off when they see me. They some butt heads, call them bigs. See, I'm the new nigga they talking about. If it ain't me, who we talking about? I'll wait, too late. I don't know what they be talking about. KK, I'm a thunderstorm. It's a cold summer, but the winter's warm. Leave a waterfall when I'm in the room. 5 feet, I'm a swimming pool. Off the diving board like the swimmers do. But I'm a shark and these niggas fool. Roll your boat down this stream. Good chance he won't make it through. Michael Phelps with the butterfly. I ain't nothing like them other guys. Me, I be walking on water. No jet skis, just Balenciagas. This right here worth $1 million. I'm nowhere close to 1 million followers. But I'm still a problem when you see me holler. Stay with the drip like a leaky faucet. This is the drip of the year. This one the hit of the year. Split splash, whiplash. Watch how they trip up this year. I know I'm the illest. If y'all niggas sick of me, y'all gonna be sick of this year. I get the trip of the year award. Shout out to all of my peers. Whoa, this one the hit of the year. This is the trip of the year. Split splash, whiplash. Watch how they trip up this year. I know I'm the illest. If y'all niggas sick of me, y'all gonna be sick of this year. I get the trip of the year award. Shout out to all of my peers. I got the swings all in my face. I got the feds all on my case. They never seen drip like this. Call me a bad boy like Mace. I got no deal, but I'm straight. This nigga still gon' get cake. Everything real, I don't do fake. Everything real, I don't do. Me, I hang out with piranhas. I swear I'm just being honest. They say I'm fly like a rocket. I play it off cause I'm modest. I gotta turn off my comments. Niggas be all on my garments. They with them still with a nigga, but we ain't got nothing in common. I'm an icon like Madonna. Overseas where you find me. I come in your house to sit on your couch and leave a drip stain behind me. Man down, it's a homie. I'm a hurricane, a tsunami. Water boy with a splash of drip. Boucher, call me Bobby. No cool kid in her element. Who cares? That's irrelevant. Keep a dog with me like a veteran. When I walk in the room, I'm the elephant. I'm a now later with some flavor. Young nigga with some paper. I don't know what they paid you. All I know is that I'm waiting. Follow the drip. This is the drip of the year. This one the hit of the year. Split splash, whiplash. Watch how they trip up this year. I know I'm the illest. If y'all niggas sick of me, y'all gonna be sick of this year. I get the drip of the year award. Shout out to all of my peers. Whoa, this one the hit of the year. This is the drip of the year. Split splash, whiplash. Watch how they trip up this year. I know I'm the illest. If y'all niggas sick of me, y'all gonna be sick of this year. I get the trip of the year award. Shout out to all of my peers. Whoa.
man.
Oh yeah.
You gonna make me get back in the booth, man.
That's good. That's what I like to hear. That's
Man, you gonna make me get back in the booth.
That's
Like,
what I like to hear, man.
Yes, indeed. Energy bars.
you supposed to say
Feel
bars.
good joint. Looking like you enjoying yourself. Like that's the energy. Again, like I talked about it earlier, that kind of natural presence.
Yeah.
You can teach it, but you can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's dope. Like, so let's talk a little bit more about directing that video. Like, you know, how did that come about? Is that something you always wanted to do? Did you have the idea for it already? Like, how did that just come about?
Most definitely. My sisters, shout out to my sisters, man. They are like my biggest fans and biggest supporters, and they always give me ideas that they think I should do whenever they can. And so they had told me about a show that they had watched where they were making people take regular people and make them famous. I think it's called Make Me Famous or some shit like that.
Okay.
And long story short, they was like, man, that's what you need to start doing. These people is doing this and doing that, and it's making them look like this. Maybe that's something that you need to do. So I said, okay. So I watched the show, and then I started thinking about different things that I could do to make myself look a certain way, look more like an artist that's doing something. And a plane came to my mind, a private jet, actually. So I started calling around private jets. That was way too much money for me. I thought, you know what? Let me try a flight attendant school. And that's how that video came about, man. Shout out to my man Kyle that allowed me to shoot at the flight attendant school. And we just had a ball. He let me, just take one of the planes and just shoot in it, shoot around, and and all of that, shoot on the joint. And man, it was just dope, man. It was just dope. And so I just always tell artists, no matter what you want to do, you can do it. Just take a chance. You never know. Just take a chance and do it. You know what I'm saying? And that was something that I took a chance on, and it wound up happening.
Wind up working out real well.
Yeah,
that's real shit though. That's a dope lesson. Like, if you want to do something, go after it. Like, figure it out. Don't go at it just one way. Think outside the box. Like,
get
it done.
One door don't open, go to the another one. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just keep trying. Yeah, keep trying. Yeah.
That's what's good. All right, so we always do a hypothetically speaking question on the show. So, hypothetically speaking, if you could work with one producer to do your whole album, who would it be? Budget's not an issue. It's whoever you want it to be. Who would that producer be and why?
I thought about that question, and I'm going to say Kanye West. Because Kanye West, I love samples. He's big on samples, and I love melodic tunes, and that's him. And none of his stuff you don't know is him, and that's one of the things that's very important to me. If I know the producer, if every beat that come on, I know who it. Every time it come on, I know it's him. That's tight, but that's not tight. Like I want some mystery to it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you want a whole album with this person. So I don't want every song to sound the same. I don't want it's not going to be the same mood to every song. So I definitely would want to work with somebody that's like well-rounded. And that would be Kanye West.
Okay. Yeah. I love it. That's a beautiful segue into the next question. Oh, wait a minute.
I gotta ask though.
Pause on the segue.
Because we all around the same age bracket.
Yeah.
Would you say, because I had this question a lot with other people, Kanye and Just Blaze, like if you had to put them at each other, when I talk about accolades, not talk about money, but just music.
Because that's a little different. Because Just Blaze got that live instrumentation, so and that is my I love that. So. I would have to still probably go with Kanye.
Okay.
Only because I have coming to my mind right now, I cannot think of a Just Blaze beat that I did not know it was Just Blaze. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm judging that off. I don't want my album to everything sound the same.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna go with Just Blaze, it's going. I believe that it will all sound. It will kind of sound a little bit the same. All the drums, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I would have to go with Kanye still. Yeah, but I love Just Blaze. Yes.
Okay. Good answer though. Good answer.
Yeah.
No, I feel that. I definitely feel that. I probably would go the same route.
Yeah.
I think overall creativity, something that Kanye brings to the table, like it's just the level of like melodies and lyrics and thoughts. Like I think he brings a bigger like overall package to the table. Just is dope now. He got some joints.
Yes. Not taking that.
He got some joints. It's like okay, just like like I think, I'm trying to think like because he did Song Cry, right?
Yeah.
Like I think Song Cry on Jay-Z joint is like one of them joints.
Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. I can't. I will have to think of other things because coming to my mind is all live shit now.
Yeah.
So I would have to go into the catalog to see what else he did, and then
He got some joints.
Yeah.
A couple joints on Usher, the Confessions album too, though.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, you're gonna make me look that up.
Yeah, he did the joint that had Jadakiss on the remix.
Yeah.
I can't think of what it's called, but yeah. All right, but going back to Kanye, how do you feel about Kanye renting out an arena for his listening party? And just to give context of why I asked this question, I think there's the level of crazy, like wow, and then there's the level of some people saying, wow, he charged people $88 or more to just listen to the album, didn't say nothing. That ain't right. Like, what do you think about that overall move by him?
Kanye is they call genius. They call people that's they call you the genius is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like Kanye. The old Kanye anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think nothing was wrong with that, or I think it was dope that he rented out an arena. I think that the idea of it was dope. Now how he handled it, you know what I'm saying? Come on now, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But the idea of it was dope. Like an arena to let people listen to your shit, like that's massive. That's power, man. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Now I think he could have did it a little bit better. Like, everybody come through there, maybe you get something free or something, or even had a shit for free. You know what I'm saying? Fuck if you already rented it out, you know what I'm saying? And you want people to listen to your shit, the least you could do is not charge them, you know what I'm saying? And then give them something for taking out their time for listening, you know what I'm saying? That's basically my thoughts on it. And I don't think too much on it though, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm on the fence with this one because I think there's something to be said that, like you said, you're going to charge people to come to do it, but the fact of the matter is he did it and it worked for him.
Right.
He made the money. You know what I mean? So it's like if it was that bad, like more people you would think would have done this.
Right. Wow. Okay.
And nobody's done this before, really. Okay. You know what I mean? So there's a genius in that. And I mean,
that's what I'm saying. And that's why we talking about it, because you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. They say crazy and this and that, but we talking about it. We talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not crazy. It's not that crazy. You know what I'm saying? It worked, like you said. So
it's polarizing. He's a polarizing artist, and like,
man, that nigga like that. Yeah.
Realistically, like he's cemented his spot as an icon, like in music. But right now, like everyday music on the radio, he's not like one of the people that's necessarily playing every day. So the fact that he can pull this off, definitely I give him props for that. I think for me, the only thing that I would critique is like I'm not against him charging. It is what it is. But I think if you're gonna do that, give people an experience that's totally like that was different. So he should have talked. I feel like he should have talked. Maybe talked about the songs in between. Like, okay, this song is this. Here's what it is to me. Like, give him something
Yeah.
Like this was worth the money because nobody else is going to like get this particular experience. And I mean, I guess you could say nobody else would get to see walk around. But that kind of brings me to my next thing. Apparently he's still at the arena. He hasn't left yet because he's trying to finish the album.
Okay.
So this is a picture of him at an event because he said, you know, he pushed his release date back and he literally is in the arena like with his studio stuff trying to finish the album to make sure it's perfect. But
now, I get that though. Now, and that's something that I've been tinkering with out here, like as far as by making beats on large speakers to know what it sounds like when you're making the beat for large speakers. You know what I mean? And sonically, it does something totally different than one would expect or think about. Now, I get that, but here's my thing. Look at him. He looks disturbing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you just sit there and somebody roll up on you with the little, Italian job on his head, like, bro, like, what's going on, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it looks disturbing, yo. Like, I can't with that.
I fit. That's the crazy part of it. That's the crazy part.
That's that fashionista doing like some, that's that Lady Gaga thing. Where
it is. Yeah.
I respect it. He owns that stuff. Like that's a Gap jacket that he designed. Like it is what it is. You know what I mean?
In the summertime.
I think my thought is this: people paid $88 and above to see him that night, like previous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now you got Mary Lou right here, who is standing beside him, who may get a better experience, like a more memorable experience than the people who actually paid to come see him.
Yeah.
So that's the part I'm like, you gotta think. I think thinking about the moves you make, can be super important. I mean, it is what it is, but that would be my only critique of like.
That's true.
That experience may be better for them than the people who actually paid to have an experience with you. You feel me?
And I like what you said as far as maybe he could have even explained each song.
Yeah,
that would have been dope. I think because I watched that Mary J. Blige documentary.
Yeah,
that made me go back and listen. Like listening to the album now,
it's a whole different feeling.
Like yeah.
You're right. I did the same thing.
Yeah,
same thing. I feel you. Cool.
But that jacket though, with the I can't wait.
Hey, people gonna do it.
Yeah.
He's an influencer, man. People gonna do it.
He is.
Get the jacket, and people gonna the stocking cap thing. Whatever. Do your thing. Do your thing. All right. So, next question. Something we ask everybody who's been coming on. What's one not so popular opinion that you have?
Okay, so I thought about this too when you had first said it, when you explained it to me, and when you better explain it to me. And this is what I'm gonna say because I had said this. This wound up happening to me on Instagram a couple days ago. Okay. So I'm gonna use this. I had seen it was Keith Sweat's birthday, which was on July 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Leo. July 22nd is supposed to start on Leos are supposed to start, the start date for Leo season is supposed to be July 22nd, but somebody argued me down saying it was the 23rd. So I think that is one of my popular opinions. And I asked somebody else said the same thing, like, nah, it's the 23rd. I'm like, nigga, if you Google it, it say July 22nd.
Well, look,
so I would say that's one of my not so popular opinions that I have. Maybe.
I'm going right on. Look, here we go. Let's see.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't have a dog in that fight. What?
It says it.
It says the 22nd?
Says July 22nd.
I don't know where these people getting this 23rd from, man. I have no clue, bro. But somebody else said that to me, like two people, like, no, it's the 23rd. So I'm like, man, Google it, man.
I just said, like, and like I said, I don't really have a dog in this fight, but my kid's mom, her birthday is the 22nd.
Okay.
But my daughter, hers is the 27th.
Okay.
but the kid's mom identifies as cancer.
Yeah.
Hmm.
See?
So
Interesting.
See? There you go. That's another one. That's the third one.
This is an interesting thing because, like, the internet definitely says what it is.
What calendar I think?
But you know they changed the shit like every 2 years or so.
I ain't know that.
Well, I'm just saying, like they added a whole new zodiac sign to the zodiac chart. They done changed the dates.
That's what I'm saying. I need to see that, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, look, stick with what you vibe with. If it's Leo season for you, goddamn it, it's Leo season.
Right, exactly. Right.
All right, cool. So we're about to hop into a segment that we kind of debuted a couple weeks ago. Been having fun with it. It is called Two Flu Top 22.
Okay.
Where, let me pull up my questions.
All right.
So basically, the topic is the STEM sentence is, what are your top 2 blank?
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 11 different topics, and you got to give me your top 2 things. You can't say, "Oh, I can't do that. Oh, that's too hard." Nope. You got to give me 2 things. And you got 2 minutes to complete this. 2 minutes.
Okay.
So we're gonna put the time.
Hang on a second. Let me get this video file up. Where are you? I apologize for my
No worries. We good to go.
It's all good, man.
There you go. Here we go. There we go.
All right, we got this 4 minutes.
Time for me. Okay.
We got the timer. So like people have been struggling. They've made it through, but it gets down to like 15 seconds, 13 seconds. Let's see if you can top them. Are you ready?
All right, let's see. All right.
All right, here we go. What are your top 2 restaurants?
Oh man. Shit. Carolina Kitchen and shit. Roof Chris.
All right. Funny movies. Funny movies.
All right. Napoleon Dynamite. And Step Brothers.
Okay. Game shows.
Family Feud. And Wheel of Fortune.
Okay. Alcoholic beverages.
Ciroc. And maybe Grey Goose, I guess.
Okay. Holidays.
Thanksgiving and New Year's.
All right. Cereals.
Oh man, Fruity Pebbles and Crunch Berries.
All right. Vacation destinations.
Dubai and Belize.
Nice. Board games.
Checkers and Sorry.
Ways to relax.
Smoking weed and going to sleep.
Okay. Things to pack when you travel.
A toothbrush.
Facts.
And my earbuds.
Okay. And the last one is movie quotes.
Damn. You got the juice now. I just watched Juice the other day.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then shit. You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done
Yes, indeed. And stop it. Cool. You got it done with 15.8 seconds to go. Good job. You made it through.
Okay.
I think that might have been one of the fastest times.
Yeah. Hey, look, and I messed up. I said Boys in the Hood, but I meant to say Minister Society.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I added some. I'm trying to add a couple tougher questions, so you killed that.
That was fun. I like it.
Hey, look, a little known fact, Katrina, that I was actually on Wheel of Fortune.
Hey, I'm for real.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Wheel of Fortune. That's like one of my dream joints to get on that joint.
Hey, they casting like heavy right now, so you might want to try it.
Yes, wow. And he won. And
you
he
did.
won.
You won.
Yeah.
And I was gonna ask you that. Right.
Yeah, one got
Wow.
a trip. I'm going on a trip to Costa Rica in December.
Wow.
Yes, indeed.
That's all right. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Well, we're coming towards the end of the interview. Definitely been a good time, enjoyable time. But we always ask, what's next for Kenilworth Katrina?
What's next for Kenilworth Katrina? I'm getting more involved with video directing, with videos, working on more video treatments for different artists as well as myself. I also want to get into some acting. I've been thinking about that. So just different things. Of course, I'm always going to do music. That's forever. I'm always going to put projects together. That's just what I love to do. But aside from that, just tapping into other things, a little bit of producing as well. And then that's basically what's next for me. Y'all just keep following me and stay tuned. Y'all gonna see, what I'm saying? Yeah.
Absolutely. Speaking of following you, where can people find you online?
You can follow me at Kenilworth Katrina. That's on everything. Kenilworth Katrina on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Also, I got my website, kenilworthkatrina.com. You can follow me on that. Find me on that and keep up with everything. And YouTube, everything. Spotify, Tidal, all that. Kenilworth Katrina, everything. Kenilworth Katrina.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, listen, I just want to say thank you for coming on the show. Like, we've actually never had the opportunity to just sit down and chop it up previous to this, but I knew who you were. I know your music. I know your grind. You know what I'm saying? We definitely have mixed and mingled in the same circles. And I've always been impressed with what you bring to the table. Like I said, your energy, your presence, your bars for sure.
Thank you.
So one thing we love to do at Two Flew West is give people their flowers while they're here and while they deserve them. So we just wanted to bring you on and make sure we told you how dope you are as an artist, and keep that up. Definitely want to give you the opportunity to say any last words before we have Donnie take us out. Anything last you want to say?
Yeah. Man, I just want to thank you and Donnie for, having me on the show. I appreciate it. I had a good time myself. Good. Shout out to everybody that tuned in, that listened, and just shout out to all my supporters. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody. You know what I'm saying? My family, as well as people online and people that I know. So I just appreciate y'all. And to all the artists out there, man, just keep chasing your dreams, man. Just keep doing your thing. We're going to get it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Indeed. And like Baker said, man, I remember 2007, 2008. You know what I mean? I remember, hearing about Kenilworth Katrina and so forth and so on. And like you said, we always, we was rats. Like, we used to just stay in the gym, work it. You know what I mean? So we always knew who was moving, who was shaking, and so forth and so on. And to see you fully just come full circle and become the presence that you are, it is touching, man. And we're very happy for you, and wish you nothing but the best success. And before two of us flew west, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had our hands in the pavement too with you, but that's why we created this platform, because people need to learn about people like you. You know what I mean? Overall, and we're just so elated to have you on, and so proud of all your accomplishments, man. So
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Donnie. I appreciate you, man.
No problem. You already know what it is, people. Two Flew West, man. This is what we do. We bring this kind of this level talent, man. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Definitely plenty more exciting talent coming up. Make sure you like and subscribe. Kenilworth Katrina. Get that champion. Is it champions? Get that championship. Sorry. Yeah. Get that championships joint. I'm trying to tell you, I'm going back in the booth. Okay. But make sure y'all like and subscribe. Pick up a copy if y'all can. Like and subscribe to Flew West, man. Make sure y'all follow us, man. Support us, because we will definitely be finding you and support you as well. I don't really have anything else to say other than, stay blessed, stay safe, man. It's a hot summer already, man, and we ain't even through July, man. So everybody stay cool, stay with the water. You say I got my water. I ain't even had no alcohol today. I was like, I can't.
Keep your mask on, man. Keep your mask on. Let's stay safe out here. Let's not go too crazy with it. Keep a mask on.
Yeah, that Delta out there. that Delta's unforgiving. But like I said, that is what it is. I'm Donnie B.GotDaBeats. This is my brother Nicholas Baker. This is my sister Diane Kenilworth Katrina. Make sure y'all stay tuned, like and subscribe, and we out. Planes is about to fly.